sure we protect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
DaWise, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Energy. The first stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Realizing that you are. Energy. It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Go within. There's something inside. We gotta do better collectively, you know? One's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't great, because you are.
DaWise.
Energy.
Cause when I win, they win. That's love in the storm. I ride with my brothers. I ride. Cause when I win, they win. That's love. When I win, they win. That's love. When I win, they win. That's love. I ain't never tripping on shit. That's us. I ain't never tripping on shit. That's us. All of my brothers, we moving together. We moving as one. All of my brothers, we moving together. We moving as one. All of my brothers, we moving together, we moving as one. All of my brothers, we moving together, we moving as one. Don't ride with my brothers. Cause when I win, they win. That's love in the storm. I ride with my brothers. Cause when I win, they win. That's love.
Yeah, we're still on Discord.
There's so much we need to know. As above and so below. Add up 1 + 1, get 3. Inside you a galaxy. Hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, oh, oh. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, oh, oh. Hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, oh, oh. I'm hanging with with Mr. Wise. Now I know the law of one, and what's power in the sun. We're made up of liquid gold. Wise will make your mind unfold. Hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, oh, oh. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, oh, oh. Hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, oh, oh. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Do, 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 do. Mr. Wise, oh, oh, oh. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise, oh, oh, oh. Hanging with Mr. Wise, oh, oh, oh. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise, Ralph the Wise. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise, Ralph the Wise. I'm hanging with Mr. Wise, Ralph the Wise.
Oh, 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 oh. You mad 'cause they love me. I said you mad 'cause they love me. They wanna vibe with the love is love. They wanna vibe with the love is love. They wanna vibe with love is love. They wanna vibe with love is love. Oh, oh, oh. Seems you got problems every day. Always got trouble coming your way. If you gon' dish it out, then take it. If you gon' wish it out, just face it. And don't be mad to hear me say, because you mad 'cause they love me. I said you mad 'cause they love me. They wanna vibe with love is love. 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 Always what's happened to you. How about them crazy things you do, you? If you gon' dish it, then eat it. Hungry ego and you feed it. Starve yourself of what is true. Because you mad 'cause they love me. I said you mad 'cause they love me. They wanna vibe with love is love. 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 Oh, oh, oh. They love me, they love me, they love me. Oh, oh, yeah. They love me, they love me, they love me. Oh, oh, because you mad 'cause they love me. I said you mad 'cause they love me.
wanna vibe with love is love.
They
They
wanna
wanna
vibe
vibe
with
with
love is
love is
love.
love.
They wanna vibe with love is love. They wanna vibe with love is love. Because you mad.
Man. What's going on, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch? What's going on? What's going on? As we speak, I think the Pentagon might be in a conversation right now as we speak regarding UFOs or UFIs. I don't know what they want to call them. But it's on the table. The conversation is on the table, just like we said. Just like we said, we are going to have a grander understanding for this world. We said that already. So to us, this is not a new conversation. This is not nothing new that is happening right now. You know, going all the way back to the Elohims, you know, going all the way back to the Elohim, so on and so forth. This is not something new. We should have been expecting this. Everything is right there for us, you know. Everything is right there for us to have a grander understanding for it. We have to now be thirsty for this knowledge. So, like always, you know, we're going to bring you some knowledge before we get into the bull crap. We might get into the bull crap, you know, pointing out the stuff that's going on over here. But before we get into the bull crap, let's bring you some knowledge, right? The conversation's always on the table, I guess. I guess you could say the conversation's always been on the table, but if it was, we would be having that conversation globally. But okay.
From the cosmic Christos Guardian
One's in the
perspective,
chat if
the
you guys
use of
can
the
hear
word
it.
or term God is hereby defined to not to be misconstrued as a personage or entity in the representation of the Godhead, in the same context that is commonly used within organized religions. The spread of NAA-derived violent religions that highlight blood sacrifice of the personal Christ on the earth is an consciousness enslavement tool in order to give up personal sovereignty by worshiping external entities, thereby confusing humanity to misinterpret the source of God within as being an external person, entity, or alien from another world. The eternal, infinite and divine source of God can only be found deeply within the self. The inner spiritual source that is referred to as the inner Christos resides within the sacred crystal heart, and one becomes a knower when dedicated to the pursuit of truth while desiring an intimate connection with God. In comprehending the proper context for the use of the word God, and to begin to explore its deeper meaning, is to dedicate oneself to the pursuit of truth in all matters in life, to develop purity of heart and purity of mind through dedicated self-inquiry to pursue truth beyond all fear. Thus, truth seekers are sacred in universal law, and are supremely protected by the defenders of truth, the Christos Guardian defenders of the truth spirits. Thus, the use of the word God in proper context denotes all that is, all one, divine eternal source, infinite creator, center point of all union, eternal living light of God, eternal spiritual being, eternal source of intelligent creation, beloved holy presence, Holy Mother, Holy Father and Holy Christos Sophia. It is suggested to find the term or expression that best resonates with the heart of each individual in their personal pursuit of truth when communicating through prayers or meditations with the Godhead.
There's a particular part that I want to play back, right? And this part is very simple, right? And this is to everyone out there that is not in the know of what's taking place, this spiritual battle. When you come across certain people, you know, we are truth seekers. Beyond anything else, we want the truth, right? So when you come across personas that are truth seekers, right, remember that they are the ones that are sacred. People who journey for knowledge, journey for truth beyond any measures of fear, right? They are the ones that are sacred. Now I want to play this part back right here.
Thus, truth seekers are sacred in universal law, and are supremely protected by the defenders of truth, the Christos guardian defenders of the truth spirits.
So this is talking about the Christo guardian, right? When we're talking about Christ consciousness, when we're talking about the Aquarius sky, when we're talking about what returned, right? This is why a lot of y'all get confused. Y'all think that y'all can, touch God's people, so on and so forth. You don't know what God's people is because a lot of y'all don't understand Christos, the inner Christos of oneself, right? You can go through your personal Christ. Yeah, a lot of people are going through personal Christ, right? A lot of people are going through personal Christ, right? But when you get into, deeper meanings, deeper levels of understanding, this is what we have to learn. This is what's being pushed back. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
From the guardian perspective,
from
the personal
Pentagon.
Christ is defined as the entirety of the personal Christos identities reunited throughout the simultaneous 12 planetary time cycles in the triune of universes. There are 12 astrological precessions in the universal scale of time, each with 144 personal Christos identities. Returning back to the 12th astrological precession, we return to the founder cosmic cube matrix, to reclaim all of our identities throughout the time cycles. During the ascension process, we undergo the process of reintegration and uniting all of our identities throughout these simultaneous time cycles, and this collective identity connected to the Godhead is referred to as our personal Christ. The personal Christ identity is reintegrated and embodied within the Kristalla eternal light body template in which was reclaimed on planet Earth in the cycle of morphogenesis, or rise of Paleodorians that began in 2018.
Ooh, this began in 2018. That means this is taking place now. These plates, this rise, this ascension, so on and so forth. So this is why a lot of people are going through personal crisis inside their selves, right? This is why a lot of people feel like they need to bear their cross, so on and so forth, right? So look, make sure y'all donate to the truth, donate to, a greater understanding, man. People need to see that this is something worth buying into, paying for, changing your currency for. Our operation of currency is changing all around us, right? So you can use the operation of currency to give people what it is that you are focused on, right? What it is that you are giving to, right? When people see that you're giving into this, they will try to mimic this and become more like this, right? So, when people see that this is something that people are buying into, right? They're going to sell it to you that much more, right? So all you got to really do is buy into love, unity, right? Buy into, the small groups, the collective groups, the like-minded personas, you know what I mean? And they're going to start selling it back to us because that's what they got to do. They're going to sell us what we buying, Consumer Digest America, however you want to look at it, supply and demand. So once you have your personal Christ and then you start to understand that, right? You have to have a grander understanding for he who is inside of you, the Christ that is inside of you above all things,
The inner Christos is the personal divine blueprint of the eternal God source consciousness energy from which all things are manifest and made into being. The law of one is the law governing the eternal divine blueprint and consciousness energy of the inner Christos, thus they are interchangeable. To develop the inner Christos eternal blueprint, we must align and follow the principles of the natural laws, the law of one. The law of one is based in the true knowing of our highest expression, that our direct relationship with God's source is love, and this pure consciousness is expressed through our inner Christos or living God spirit. The ancient knowledge of the inner Christos that resides within our original divine blueprint belongs to all people, regardless of their religious affiliation or belief system. This ancient spiritual wisdom of the philosophies of the law of one was common knowledge to all of humanity until the Luciferian rebellion. This is when the planet was returned back to the Dark Ages at the end of the Atlantean cataclysm, when all of the original spiritual teachings of the inner Christos were eliminated and falsified, 6.
Now, this is what, this is part of what we're talking about, right? We can keep on trying to go through it, but during the time of the Atlantic cataclysm, right, a lot of stuff was changed, a lot of stuff was manipulated, a lot of stuff was played upon, right? And it put us back in the dark ages, right? And now that all of this, knowledge is coming out, all of this, all of this stuff is coming out. Now we act like we don't know how to deal with it. Now we act like we don't recognize it, right? But this is what we are. These are the real defenders of truth, sovereignty, and liberation, guardian families serving the one, right? This is what they're talking about when they say, oh, defenders of truth and all these awards that's going out, so on and so forth. This is what's really come back. This is what's really, the talk of the tape, right? This sovereign free. This is in your mind. This is God sovereign free. GSF, right? GSF, God sovereign free. This is when you go through your awakening process, the dark night of the soul. Jaguar knows she went through hers or going through hers, whatever. That's why her son said she's standing at the entry to hell looking at the Leviathan, right? Because Jaguar knows exactly what this process seems like. She's corrupted her own ascension process with greed, gluttony, lust, so on and so forth. She knows this, that's why she wants someone else. That's why she wants outside herself for somebody to lie to her about spirituality. That's why she went to a Beverly. That's why Big Hungry CC also, Beverly Rhodes is doing DNA tests on Black people. Wow. It's amazing. That shit don't even make sense. How you going, in order for you to do a DNA test, you have to have the DNA of the Sierrians, of the Plandorians, of, all these things that they're doing the test on. So it never made sense. And then they tell you to your face like, oh, this is for entertainment purposes only. It's not real. We're just saying if it was real. So why do you have a pie chart? Why you break it down with a pie chart and show it like you actually found these different things in their DNA and so on and so forth? It's all fake. This is why I say the world is one big stage. We better off going listening to 607 Unk than we are listening to the falsification of what they saying, right? There's universal knowledge coming in and it's for everybody. Some people are getting it inside of their self genuinely from the universe, in which case you are supposed to be a teacher, right? If the universe is giving you this knowledge, then you are supposed to be a teacher. You are one that is chosen to teach the world, right? So if you are getting universal knowledge, it's not for you to manipulate it. It's not for you to get over on people, right? It's because the universe deems you to be a teacher, right? So you're supposed to teach the world all of this old knowledge because we know it already. That's why it says it's for everybody. It's everyone is supposed to have it because it's universal, right? So some people are getting it and they're supposed to teach, right? And some people are out there searching for it and they're supposed to find the ones that are teaching it and learn, right? But the problem is they put all these false teachers out there. They put all these false teachers. I'm the truth. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the truth. Da, 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 da. They don't even know what, a law of oneness is. They never told you about anything about cosmic unity. They never told you about, anything about the stuff that we talk about over here. That's why they don't talk about it. That's why they can't mention it. That's why they can't engage in conversation, because the knowledge is not coming to them from the universe. The ability to articulate this stuff is not coming to them, right? And one thing we know, two things for sure, one thing for certain, when somebody chosen in the classroom or whatever the case may be, all the other students seem to go against that person. It's just like in the workplace. Soon as you get a manager position, everybody that was with you when you was, working at their level, they start treating you different. You're like, man, what the fuck going on? I know I'm the manager, but we still friends, right? Nope, we got to treat you like we treat the rest of the management. the fuck? What? I was at the bottom with you guys. We don't care. You a manager now. Y'all see the shit. Y'all know the shit. Stop acting like y'all don't know what the fuck going on. That's why they took Christ out, because he was chosen by the universe, and they was like, oh, what deems you worthy to be chosen by the universe? Nah, fuck that. You from the slums. You can't be chosen. Get out of here. You was born in Nazareth. Blah, blah, blah. Like, come on. Y'all see what's going on? That's why as soon as Martin Luther King said he had a dream, they knew they had to get him up out of here. Soon as Tupac said wars come and go, but my soldiers are everlasting. Hey, we gotta get him up out of here. He talking about different vibrational frequencies. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King said, I had a dream. Oh, hell nah. He talking about Joseph's type stuff. He talking about, interpreting dreams and shit. Nah, get him up out of here. Witches waking up talking about somebody appeared to them in the dream and they was locking people up. Y'all don't remember the story of the Salem witch trial? Y'all remember the story of the Salem witch trial? Motherfuckers say somebody wake up and say, oh, such and such visit me in the dream. Lock their ass up. Must be a witch visiting people in the dreams. What? What about I Dream of Jeannie? Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you the world was different then. Y'all don't even know how much we digressed. Y'all don't even know how much we digressed. We had a level of control over our words, vibrational frequency. This is why the Indians still did rain dances. This is why they still held on to certain things. This is why they still dance barefooted and stuff like that, because the vibrational frequency of this world, of this planet, it can feel the vibration of your footsteps, so on and so forth. Why you think a deaf person feels the vibration of, they can turn the music all the way up in their house and still jam to the music and move with the beat because they feeling the vibration of the music. It's in everything. You don't have to hear it to feel it. You can feel vibration, and a lot of people are not operating on that good vibration. You gotta want to operate on that good vibration, Now, after I give y'all all this knowledge, they not gonna push numbers into this room. If we fighting, bickering, and arguing, they'll push the numbers into this room. But if we sitting here talking about this knowledgeable stuff, they not gonna give us the numbers. Okay. So we might have to bring somebody up and curse their ass out. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
If we can stay awake and aware in this dark night of the soul phase, we can see it more clearly in order to call it out and cast it away. We can cast away our burdens to open new ways and new opportunities that are coming in this new year. These current alignments are digging deep into the fields of chaos in order to birth the new, resurrected from the dark ashes of this debris in lower matter, to be transformed into better alignment with the new timelines that hold the potential of our highest expression. The shadow and death energy that exist in our past timelines in the lower matter fields, the dark matter templates, are being incinerated during this cycle. For some of us it means liberation in some area of our life. For others that refuse to adapt and be flexible to great changes, it may mean descending into madness. If we can work with these pressurized forces without resisting, it will burn away the shadow elements and take out the garbage. If we fight against the changes, it can burn us up quite badly in the process.
You my real kitty.
Take great care to find the inner sanctum, stillness, and communicate every day with your inner spirit.
Right here. What, Drax? I gotta get that comb. Here we go, Drax. Jumping in the box for later, huh? So they connecting everything now. They're about to start telling you about, this stuff. We're way ahead of them. Remember, we said 50 steps. We might be way more steps ahead of them now, because I don't know. If everybody didn't know about this stuff already, if they didn't understand this stuff already, if the Sumerian gods is coming back now and they giving a level of understanding of it now, then I'm probably gonna have to say that maybe people didn't really know about this. You know what I mean? Maybe we are like the first group to know about this. That's what I'm starting to think. Now I'm starting to think that we might be the first group, guys. Atlas family, I feel like we might be the first group, guys. I feel like we might be a part of the first wave. I feel like we're a part of the first wave. You know what I'm saying? Feel like we're a part of the first wave. The cosmic sovereign law of one. We wish to align to be purified as the clear light vessel of God's natural law, made in the perfect image of God's love, light, and power in the world. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Right? Now, this is a universal freedom. This is not a physical freedom. You still got to get up and go to work. Whatever you accumulated, whatever responsibilities you put on yourself, you still got to do some of that stuff. Right? But collectively, we might be able to help each other get out of it. Collectively. Individually, you going to keep struggling. All right? That's the reason why, certain, prices go up when you think you making it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about lower frequencies and clearing out these lower frequencies, to clear out lower frequencies, misplaced entities, misqualify or negative energies that accumulate in a room, space, or group or a field, exposing the higher frequencies, right? So a lot of times when you are in certain spaces, you have to clear out that negative energy. It's like anywhere you go, it's almost like you got to sweep up the room, right? You got to sweep up the negative energies. These are vortexes. You don't know about these vortexes. You can't really see them. A lot of people can't see them, but they downplay the people that can see them. When I go into a house, I can feel tension. I can feel the low vibrations in the house. I can feel it. Sometimes all it takes is to put on some cartoons and play a couple of cartoons. Sometimes all it takes is to get a spades game going and add some laughter to the room. Sometimes a lot of us don't even know that we are mood changers, right? We can come into a room and change the whole level of whatever in that room. Some of us have the ability to do that. Some of us manipulate the ability to do that. Hence the Jaguar rights, right? Jaguar has a powerful presence, right? But when she gets into a room, she overcasts her presence on everybody. Like when they say she's the life of the party, it's because she makes herself the life of the party. It's not like everybody is like, oh, Jaguar, what you got going on? What you got going on? No, she's in everybody's faces. She's doing the most. She's, you know what I mean? Because that's her, right? She's a people pleaser. When you're a people pleaser, that's your idea of being the life of the party. It's not really being the life of the party. The life of the party is naturally having the ability to conversate with people about topics that they want to conversate about, naturally having the gift of gab to talk about different variations of topics, right? Now, I don't want to talk about that. That's not, that ain't, yeah, be quiet. We don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of times people get confused of what the false image is compared to what the real image is. When you naturally have a connection with people, it's going to show. People are naturally going to gravitate towards you. People are naturally going to come towards you. Like I can go to the bus station and people are going to come over to me, right? I know I'm 6'5", whatever. I got an approach that tells people like, oh, he seems like he can help you. Like people gonna come over to me, they're gonna ask for change. Like because I'm well dressed, they're gonna be like, oh, you got money. That's what they're gonna do at the bus station. Now in the grocery stores, that's happening in the grocery stores too. They're gonna see you, oh, you tall, you look like you could reach some shit. Hey, can you grab that up there for me? Right? And you can see a bunch of other tall people, but they're not asking them. They're looking for the one that's approachable. Right? Everybody can sense and tell when someone is approachable. You can read their energy. You could tell facial expressions, whatever. You're reading them before you approach them, right? This is why you can read somebody's body language and say, what's wrong? Right? When somebody's acting out of their norm, when someone's acting sick, ill, whatever, what's wrong? Because you're reading them, right? Everything has a read. So you got to be able to read in this world. So opening the fields, command your personal space, communicating directly. I don't got it on the screen. Okay. Maximizing God force to amplify your handshake hub for focused sessions, right? Now, what we think of a handshake hub is what they practice the duality with down here, which is a physical handshake. But actually, the handshake hub is the connection that we have with each other mentally. That is the real handshake hub. What we're doing over here with the Atlas Collective, with the Atlas family, that is considered a hub. Right? We are creating a hub of like-minded people based off of positivity, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and help development, growth, and shadow work, so on and so forth, right? And this also cleaning up shadow elements, setting up the shadow vortex to remove and clear out any debris in your environment. Session content and intentions, right? Creating the core soul protection for incentors and intentions for session content, right? So that's what we're doing, right? We're setting the stage, preparing for those who are about to awaken, right? We are the founding fathers of this new nation, right? This new nation that's being born, this new nation that's birthing up right now. We're the founding fathers of that, right? So we're setting up to prepare for those who are going to come in with this level of knowledge and knowing, right? We have a whole new breed of youth that is coming in right now in this alpha age, right? And they're coming in with a grander understanding for this verse, right? But the universe has put elders who's getting the knowledge right now. They have put us down here. Ascended masters have commandeered our vessel, whatever you want to call it, right? They're taking over our vessel, whatever you want to call it. And they're determined to put this knowledge back into the world. They are determined to put this back into the world. The elites know it already. The higher ups know it already, right? The government knows it already. The Pentagon knows it already. All these different places already know it already. They already know that they have to, give a certain level of disclosure to the people. They already know that, right? Like I said, right now, as we speak, Congress is having a conversation regarding UFOs and America. Okay? Okay. I don't know how to do it. You can go look it up yourself right now. They're having this conversation, I promise you, in real time, because we operate in real time. You know what I mean? So right now they are having this conversation in real time. So however you want to look at this, a certain level of knowledge is being put back into this verse. They're giving certain things, and you have to be willing to accept it. Look, some of y'all are not willing. We get it. Hands up. Hands up. You don't want to accept it. You're not willing to accept it. Cool beans. Okay, but don't stop the people that do want to accept it. All right. So closing the field after sessions content is set up or complete. Be sure to close and end your communication link. Right. That's where you see people doing that and not knowing what they're doing. They're opening with Ashe. They're closing with Ashe. Some people are opening up their communication sessions with candles. You see Jaguar doing that, putting herself in the pool of water, salt water to be specific, with candles and stuff. She opened up the session with the candles and the elements. This is alchemy. This is all alchemy, right? Some people are conjuring and manipulating their reality. Go look back at Sam's interview. Sam said that she is altering the reality to make herself the center of it all, so on and so forth. How would you be able to do something of that magnitude if you didn't understand alchemy and how it worked? That means she studied Aleister Crowley. That means she studied the Baphomet. That means she worked with the Illuminati or been a part of the Illuminati. She already admitted all of that, right? And now that she's not a part of the group, she's using the same methods from the groups that she studied, whether it be Nature Boy, whether it be the Illuminati, or whether it be Dr. Umar's son. Whoever it is, she studied these groups, and now she's using religion and, sexual preference as a way to create chaos in order to make herself the center of attention. And that's why the Diddy trial is about to be a mistrial right now. That's why it's about to end in a mistrial, because we got the Jaguar Wright effect going on in the world, where people rather worry about controversy selling than worry about the truth. Everybody's not searching for the truth out here. Some of y'all faking like y'all searching for the truth, and that's the real Jaguar Wright effect, right? Is the fact that all of these grifters, all of these homeless people, all of these homosexuals, all of these people who like to manipulate other people has found their way into social media algorithms to do the same thing online that they already was doing on the streets, which is basically panhandling and making people think that they, is this, that, and the third. How are you taking trips to Brazil and all these places and you ain't even got a place, you ain't even got a house, you ain't even got an apartment, right? How are you doing all this journalistic work? You ain't even got a roof over your head. You ain't even buy yourself a foundation, right? But here we are, right? With all of these people that's lying to us. Oh, nonprofit organization sounds good. What? All these people, cruelty free, doing all of this stuff. Where y'all at? Where's y'all production at? Why are we not seeing nothing come out of y'all? We can't even see a damn interview come out of y'all. Y'all just lying to people. Make sure y'all follow on the Patreon if y'all want to see the interview. Well, the interview got snatched away. Sorry, guys. What the fuck? We ain't seen not one interview yet. Where's Chris Burgess? No, Chris Todd. Yeah, where's the Burgess and the Todds, and where's those people at? They act like they don't even exist anymore. Where's those people that was playing in our face at? Where they at? We need y'all to come back out. The shit, right? We right where we need to be. Where y'all at now? You came out with the whole damn Cassie book. Gonna find out that shit fake. And Cassie ain't never have no damn memoir. Jaguar talking about something, she know where she got hers from. And it ain't one to get nothing from. That means she was a part of that shit. I know where I got my piece of the book from. Where'd you get yours? Where'd you get your piece of the book? I know where I got mine from. And kind of find out the shit ain't even real. Videos. We got videos. Not real. That means somebody got these real videos somewhere. Jaguar knows she got some, because she was too concerned about that. She was too pressed about that. Burgess said that he got me on video having sex with my son in the corner watching. Where's that at? You said you got me on video having sex with my son watching. Where's that at? All paranoid and shit. They playing in our face. We remember. Do you remember? Don't make me take y'all back to a blast from the past. Let's keep it on knowledge now. Keep it on knowledge. And we on your ass too, Mr. Plumber. The plumber guy, he out here working for Zeus Network. Oh, zesty ass, working for Zeus Network, pretending like he not working for the Zeus Network. Nigga, you working for Zeus Network. Pedestrian. So we see what y'all doing. We see y'all operation. We know y'all out here trying to put people in low vibrations, Real life street stars. We see y'all operation. We know y'all out here putting people in low vibrations. Y'all literally going to people's cities and then interviewing people from the city and getting them to talk shit about people in the city. You motherfucker, ooh, I want to say some shit. Y'all better be lucky. You better be lucky. I want to say some shit right now to y'all. All y'all playing in our face. The gig's up. The time is up for that shit.
It is a person's directed and focused attention, not muscular control or use of force, which accesses the inner sensory ability to control the movement of life force or chi energy. When the mind is developed and disciplined, and thus calmed and centered, by focusing the mind, one can direct energy and life force very specifically. When the mind has been mastered, a person will conquer restlessness and boredom. When you learn to control the energy, you are able to control the states of consciousness. The first stages of directing energy is concentration. Bringing your focus is a direction of personal will towards sustaining mental effort. This is concentration. Tension will arise in the body. As you notice this tension building, it is building the inner vibration which manifests as a result of the concentrated effort made in the physical body. Notice the tension building and then allow the body to release that tension fully, in order to achieve deeper relaxation. Relax and let go, falling deeper into relaxation, letting go of the mental and physical body and then feel. Allow the sensory feeling of that moment to reveal to you impressions, sensing the feelings in that moment. The power of the force of love is key that unlocks every door in the universe. When we can access the power of God's love, we are capable to accomplish almost anything. When intending to direct energy, bring feelings of love and devotion to the process. The medulla oblongata is at the base of the brain stem that acts as the energy receiver of cosmic energy. Bring to your mind the life force energy coming into the medulla oblongata and being directed to your body parts. When feeling unwell, imagine the cosmic consciousness streaming into the back of your head and projecting itself throughout your body parts and areas that feel blocked or unwell. This helps to develop one's skill at directing life force energy, such as the 12D shield within the self and the environment.
So, as you can see, it mentions the Adubla Abhagata. The Adubla Abhagata is considered the thinking place, right? It is considered the place of thought. If you go back to Waterboy, when he tackled Colonel Sanders, he told him, he said, it's not the Adubla Abhagata, you know, because he was explaining to them where thought process come from, right? Where hormones come from, right? And he was explaining that the adubla oblongata is what pumps and creates all of this. It's where a lot of cosmic energy come from. You can feel it actually pumping stuff through your body. When you feel that little vibration in the back of your ear, like something's pumping back there, like whoop, whoop, you could feel it sometimes in the back of your ear, like what the hell is that? Like what the hell was that? Right? It's your adubla oblongata. And through you pulling in different variations of thoughts, you are pulling in cosmic energy that is pumping through your nervous system and your neocortex, plasmatic, all of that biochemical stuff. I know how bored y'all get with I know how y'all get with the big words when I start talking about, because I can get on my, I'm just saying. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. It's telling you how powerful the brain is. This ain't about no push-ups. All these men out here running around trying to do this whole push-up competition shit. It's not about the push-ups. It's about direct energy coming from thought, creating thoughts, allowing your mind to open up to new thoughts, channeling these thoughts, right? Projecting your thoughts. Everybody focused on one thought. This is why they don't want everybody. They had like 2 years ago, they had these people that was like, we're going to do a mass meditation, da 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 da, and they were stopping that shit. Like, don't do no mass meditation. Don't you niggas don't y'all gather for no parties or nothing like that. They were stopping that shit. They was like, no, don't do none of that. No, right? And now look at us. Look at us trying to reach a grander understanding, right? We working here, people. We is working here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Somebody hit the cash out one time. Let me borrow 75, 200. What y'all got? What y'all got on it? Yeah, what y'all got on it? You know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm just gonna do it. Anybody want to start pimping for the Lord? Look, y'all selling the coochie anyway. Just start selling it for the righteous shit. All right. Anybody, like DaWise said, Mary Magdalene was you know, one of the head donators for Jesus, right? So who out there pimping for the Lord? Anybody pimping for the Lord? I'm just inquiring minds. I'm asking for a friend, not for me. Ronnie Bo out there, you know, and he's doing great things, and I just want to get him some employers, you know what I mean? So if anybody out there pimping for the Lord, be sure to contact Ronnie Slow. He started a pimp agency for gospel, and if you want to be a part of that choir, feel free. He's looking for altos and tenors. He said you can keep the sopranos, you know. So if you want to be a part of that church, the church of the P, the U, the S, y'all know the rest of the spelling. But yeah, he's got the book out, The Power of the Vagina, and he is teaching you ways of how to use it. I think he's got Pilates classes coming out and Kinkle classes coming out soon too, so you can strengthen it. And then he's going to teach you how to go over and conquer every stuff, you know. So yeah. So be sure to tune in for that. There's a lot of stuff that's going to take place around him and that organization. Listen, man, y'all got to be honest with yourself. Y'all giving it out to pay bills and so on and so forth. You know, anybody pimping for the Lord. Y'all know, pimping for righteousness, giving to a just cause, you know, pimping and going to give out tithes and offers and do stuff like that, you know, go ahead, get the OnlyFans out. Go ahead, sell the foot pick, footlocker.com. They buying feet out there now. Sell the feet pics, get the funding, and let's put it to something good. You know? Yeah, TD Jakes this shit. Go out there and swallow shit up. Yeah, and bring the funds back for righteousness. Huh? Go TD Jakes this world and swallow shit up. And then come back and donate to a good cause. All right. We putting together homesteads and we trying to do great things. So, you know, you doing it anyway. Some of y'all giving that shit away for free. All they gotta do is smoke a joint with your ass. Your ass out there giving it away for free. A motherfucker pull up with a pill bottle. Your ass is in the car. Stop playing with me. Y'all know damn well y'all should be doing something better with yourselves. But here we are. Here we are. Trying to make a better way. Better way. Trying to find a better day. Huh? Trying to make a better way. Better way. You know when that come on, you know what movie about to come on. That's when that motherfucker Jehovah Witness knock on the door. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you are, a lot of y'all don't know the beginning of that movie right there. Trying to make a better way. Better way. Craig. Where Craig at? I'm sorry. It's just my mind, guys. It's just my mind. It's just my mind. All right. So the common cause to weak auras, and this is the duality that we practice down here. That's our cat. That is not our cat. Oh, it's not? It looked like our cat. We could sell our cat pictures like that. That's Drax. I'm telling you. That's our cats. These are not. They are our cats. Bro, wasted my time here. Okay. Wow. Well, you can come up and share some. Not well. Nah, get your ass up out of here. You don't know what a waste of time is because time don't even exist. So that is, redundant. Yeah. I ain't no enemy. Don't hurt me. Have that motherfucker. Come on, sister.
Common causes of weak aura. There are many things that weaken our general health and well-being through the weakening and fracturing of the human energy field or aura. When we develop self-awareness and learn basic spiritual housekeeping through psychic self-defense, one can be proactive in generating a strong aura, or light body, which increases energetic balance and health in every layer of the multidimensional bodies. Negative emotions, AD behaviors, destructive thought forms of negative ego. Unresolved emotional or psychological conflicts, destructive relationships. Pharmaceuticals, drugs, alcohol, addiction, and consuming recreational drug
What happened?
substances.
Simple,
Surgery,
simple.
hospitalization, and
calm
cutting
down.
into the body.
Calm down. We don't
Low EMF fields generated from technology, cell phones, computers, TV. Solar flares and strong magnetic field shifting, EMF fluctuations. Accidents, events that cause physical stress, shocks, or emotionally traumatic experiences. International air travel, traveling to areas of the Earth with different grid system or hemisphere. Extreme grief, depression, guilt,
get the clothes
shame,
ready.
or
I gotta
loneliness.
go up there to wash clothes. Make up that area that you laying in as you know what I mean? Do some of that stuff. Brush your teeth, wash your face, some of that stuff. Start y'all day first before y'all start arguing. Because y'all ain't even start y'all day. Y'all ain't even start y'all day. At least start the day. At least do that. You know? Everything else will take care of itself. Your clothes, you can get new clothes. You don't even care about the clothes, really. I buy you clothes all the time. There's no point of crying about the clothes. They're around here somewhere. Don't make it seem like you ain't got a bunch of clothes that you don't wear. Between every location, your ass got clothes everywhere. What? You don't go nowhere. You only wear them shorts. What's wrong? You need a hug? It's been a while since I had a hug. I could use one. Okay. And you want a hug? You sound like you want a hug. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it wasn't an argument. So why are you putting that title of argument on it? And why are you trying to say somebody started? That's continuing the argument right there to say that somebody started the argument. That's continuing the argument. What we doing here now? Let me know. What we doing? Because if it's a game of feelings and emotions, I want to play. I want to put some feelings and emotions around. It's been a while. Shit, let me know. Player 2 can enter this game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Player 2 enters the game. You know what I'm saying? At this point, man, who trying to send some bud to me? Who trying to not send some bud? Nah, I don't want y'all to do none of that. Just send me the funds for it. How about that? Somebody got 35 on it. Let me get a eighth on you. Shit, you see what I got to deal with? All these different energies. Y'all see what I deal with? They wake up like this. It be all day. They wonder why I just let them sleep until like 1:30, 2 o'clock. This is why I let them sleep until like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Because they're going to wake up on some bull. I be liking peace. I be liking it peaceful. I sit, I get on live for a little bit, kick it with y'all. Then I jump on TikTok, play the game for a little bit. I even go outside, come back in. It's all peaceful. Soon as they wake up, just start pushing. I don't see how they wake up mad. They don't do nothing. I let them chill all day, play the game all day. Like they don't do nothing. They don't got nothing to be mad about, and they wake up mad. They don't got a bill. It ain't not. They don't. might want to start with an excuse me when you interrupt somebody like that when they talking. Um, go. Here you go. Wait. Did you brush your teeth and wash your face? How you running around looking for a seat? Boy, you know you're not supposed to be talking to me with morning breath. You know we don't even have conversations with the morning breath. I don't even like talking to you when you got the morning breath first. Holler at me after you brush your mouth. Give them a head start. Still crazy. Right. Give them a head start. It's still crazy. Like, it's still crazy. Like, I let them wake up I try to let them wake up at their own time. You know what I mean? So they won't wake up grouchy or whatever the case may be. And they still wake up grouchy. For all that, I might as well get your ass up at 10 o'clock, tell you to go outside and find something to do, like my parents used to do us. You know, you had to be out the house by 11 o'clock. You wasn't about to be in the house all day burning up electricity. Parents wanted your ass out the house. 11 o'clock, it's sun outside. Go out there. You know what I mean? Don't come back to the street light come on type shit, you know? And like my Nasir, he don't care. He'll do that. He'll go outside. That's what he's missing. He's missing, his friends and, being able to do stuff uh, on the farm is not really that much to do just yet, and we haven't even figured out directional things, to try to create a regular schedule to start doing stuff. So I'm trying. The weather is not cooperative, and then they wake up with these fucked up energies, and I don't go nowhere with messed up energies. Like, once you mess up the energy, you mess up the day, because once you go somewhere, you ever been with somebody that's in their feelings, or they just doing shit with attitude, here, like, how much stuff was dropped on my feet, how much stuff was spilled on my clothes because somebody was trying to do something with an attitude, trying to half-ass not pay attention to what they doing, because they're in their feelings and emotions, a lot of stuff. Like, I done got hit in the face with basketballs, all shit. Like, go to the park with a kid that's in their feelings and emotions and watch what happens. Instead of throwing they gonna throw the frisbee and make you run all the way over there for it just because they mad at you. Here, go get this, and make you, you know what I mean? They start doing shit. Like, they'll start doing shit out of spite. Like, you know what I mean? They say, oh, watch this. They'll try to throw the ball at you while you're not looking so you can get hit in the face with that shit when you turn around. Like, and then they swear they didn't do it on purpose, but it just so happened to happen when they was in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? When they in their feelings, then when the shit just happened to happen. Oh, I didn't do it on purpose. You know what I mean? It's like being in a grocery store with them. As soon as you tell them no and they get in their feelings or something, all of a sudden they stepping on the back of your heels and shit. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't do it on purpose. Ha, 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 motherfucker. Ha, 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. That type of time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can make it seem like it's not happening in the world. You can play yourself if you want to. This shit is happening. That's why I don't go nowhere. You wanna that, and that's what I've been telling Seven for the last couple of years. Listen, don't bring that. Don't bring the messed up energy. We can't use it. I can't go nowhere with that. You walking around with messed up energy, I can't do nothing with that. And he does it all the time. And I be telling him, like, don't do that. There's a lot of people walk around wanting that sympathy vote. So they walk around complaining about shit, crying about shit, because they want you to tell them, it's okay. We do like you. You are good. You are great. You know what I mean? And that's that, and they got used to that. A lot of kids got used to that. A lot of kids really got used to that, downplaying their self. They say stuff like, you or they say, oh, you say, you ain't trying to learn nothing. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. They'll try to look at you and be like, you right. I don't know nothing. I'm not trying. Just so you can be like, no, you are pretty smart. You just not applying yourself. Blah 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 blah. Like fuck no. Like they play on that sympathy shit real quick. A kid will pull on your sympathy strings real quick. Real quick, a kid will pull on your sympathy string. They start doing that shit when they kids, and then if you let it become the norm, then it's normal. You know what I mean? It's normal. Like one thing I had to stop doing was giving my kids a way out. I would give them a way out, you know, and by doing so, it's like when you sitting there and you asking them questions, you'll give them the answer. You'll be like, you did it because you was mad, right? You did it because of this, or you did it because of that, and they'll be like, yeah, that's why. Nah, 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 nah. Some kids is doing shit just because. There ain't no rhyme or reason behind that shit. They doing that shit just because, you know? And we giving them that outlet, you know? We trying to find a reason. Oh, he probably did that because, his dad's not around and he probably missed his dad and probably got him acting out in school. And he probably did that because no, he probably did that because he a fucked up individual. He probably did that because he an angry spirit, been here for motherfucking centuries in the body of that baby and fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying? We probably did that shit because he ain't fighting off demons with inside himself. Nah, fuck that. We got to start being more honest. We got to start being more honest. I promise you we do. We got to start being more honest. You know? I'm just saying. Uh Yeah, I mean, if he could deal with a little controversy, because I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna ask tough questions. I'm not on that. If you don't want to answer, yeah, yeah. If you get him back over there, I guess I can, you know, pop up. Who, Ronnie Slow? Fuck no, we nicknamed him Ronnie Slow. Why would he have something to say to me? Hell nah. Anything he gonna be like, what's all that shit you was talking over there on the Knox panel when y'all have called my PO? That's some fucked up shit on, on my dead brother. On my dead brother, that's fucked up. On my dead brother, that's fucked up. That's all. That's all you gonna say. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what he say. If you can't deal with the conversation anyway, get your ass up out of here. Yeah, and if you ain't ready to have a convo, don't sit down at the table with me, cause I'm trying to have that real conversation. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. What you mean? Like you know how you sit down with somebody and you having that man to man conversation, and you like, what's your intentions with my daughter? That's the type of motherfucking conversation I'm trying to have with a motherfucker. I ain't trying to have no, you know what I'm saying? No, I want to sit down and say, what's your intentions with the community? But what's your intentions with my community? Shit, cause we all a part of this community. Everybody that's on this planet right now, you a part of this community. So I got to find out what's the intentions of people for the community. Do you plan on using and abusing us? Is you trying to get money? You know what I'm saying? What's your intentions? If you out here trying to help people, then by all means, let's see the product of that. Let's see the help. Right now, all we see is you raising your nephew to be a gangster. That's what we see. I'm sorry. That's what we see. I see a motherfucker living that gangster life, that street life. All my life, I had to fight. All my life, I've been a thug. On my dead brother, since I was 11 years old. Uh, uh. I just want to ask him, like, was he getting supplied from O Block or something? He had to be getting them 30s from somewhere. He had to have been going to Chicago and getting them 30s. That motherfucker, NBA young boy and Dirk lockup must have, hit his pocket something fierce or some shit. That motherfucker wrote the president and asked the president to let them out. That motherfucker was trying to get to that bag. He was missing a supply. He needed a shipment of them 30s or something. I promise you. He had to. He had to. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Wait a minute. Homegrown, appreciate the follow. Let me give you a follow back. Am I already following you? Nah, let me give you a follow back. Oh, you private, so you gotta accept that. You know how TikTok do its thing where you gotta accept because you private. You know what I'm saying? I guess you secretive. But just accept that follow back. All right. And anybody else want to hit the follow button? Feel free to hit the follow button so I can follow you back. The account is kind of in the shadows, so we got to play out the whole. It's all right. We've been down before. We've been down before. We've been down before. It ain't that bad. We're gonna get up and start fighting like Rocky. All right. So you got to do spiritual housekeeping. All right. A lot of y'all don't know what spiritual housekeeping is, right? You got to watch psychic attacks, so on and so forth. You got to do exercises to strengthen your mind, right? A lot of y'all don't do this stuff, right? Some of y'all running around and don't even know the behaviors of what is, repetitive and how y'all creatures of habits and shaped in the image of and so on and so forth, whatever the case may be. Right? When love speaks, let's say you're listening. Y'all ain't ready to take the GSF vows. Y'all ain't ready to be a service to others, and y'all ain't ready yet, but
Once a
y'all
person
getting
is
ready.
attuned and working with the 12D shield daily, the light body becomes aligned to the 12D ray, and this starts to build the spiritual foundation for the soul, monad, and avatar bodies. See Ascension Stages and the ES Core Triad. At a certain level of proficiency, one can utilize the 12D shield as a transit gate vortex, or a shadow gate. This is a vortex set up specifically to exit out and clear low vibration energies, entities, and negativity from the space one has commanded with the 12D shield as GSF in the boundary test. We call that commanding personal space with a boundary test using the GSF triad, which is the threefold founder flame. This means one is stating that one chooses the consent and authority of God sovereign free, which is aligned to the law of one, therefore the Christ authority. In many of our community processes, we teach an array of potential spiritual housekeeping or clearing techniques which can be acquired and learned through the many meditations. The shadow gate or transit gate vortex is a basic technique that everyone will get a lot of benefit from. To clear out lower frequencies, misplaced entities, misqualified or negative energies that accumulate in a room, space and group aura field exposed to higher frequencies. When in situations or locations of severe negative energy buildup in the collective, the land itself, the buildings or structures, or interacting with a possessed person/group, these tools can be a lifesaver and reduce psychic sponging or the toxicity from entering your field. One may also find that dedicating the meditation you are guided to may be dedicated to the specific area or energetic problem lightens the density. Sometimes we may feel too tired and can access a meditation on cell phone or other devices, turn off wireless and place on airplane mode, to help clear the present space we may find ourselves. Here are some basic spiritual housekeeping tools to explore and experiment with. Everyone is unique and must learn what works the best for them in a variety of circumstances. Remember that we do not impose our will on anybody or anything. However, we have a divine right to exist in the spaces without being attacked, parasitized and vampirized, and so we must strengthen our field awareness and our sphere of influence in the space. Here are some tools to be aware of: not superimposing one's will to commit potential harm to others, but to access the natural laws to neutralize polarities or resolve the energetic conflict in the circumstance or space. These can be said out loud or said in the inner mind or imagined. 1. Unity vow. Commanding personal space. GSF Project Decree. Transit Gate Vortex.
Oh shit. Can y'all hear me? My fault. I had to mute it. Put stuff around you that is a reminder of this stuff, reminder of these goodness, reminders of these things. So that way you can have, reminders of how to clean this stuff up. I keep, crystals, the crystals around my neck, the crystals on my wrist. These are things that I touch at certain points. When my carnal mind is shaken, I touch, my crystals, or I touch my or I touch, the picture of my mom or something that I carry around, uh, in the keepsake, I touch these things, I grab these things whenever the carnal is shaken. These are reminders that I put around myself for spiritual strengthening, right? The same thing with crystals. Like, I put energies into these crystals of strength, reminders that, you're going to get through it. You got this. You're going to see a better day. It all, you know what I mean? So I do these things. I don't know what you need to put around you that reminds you. Some of y'all, hey, look, if you like the smell of sweets, then put candy, cookies, and cakes around your ass. I don't know. If you um If soul food puts you in a good feeling, I don't know, practice aromatherapy, you know what I mean? But I I I try to, keep lavender in the environment. I try to keep certain smells, because this is what I'm drawn to, you know what I mean? This is what I'm drawn to. Uh appreciate the huh? Ooh, hold on. I just seen an email or something. Yeah, they went by a Dewey Decimal System back then. It was a very different system back then. You count in points of 60s instead of degrees of 100. It's okay because everything was in a 60 because 60 is like well, you can get into a full circle at 60. Yeah, at 100, the numbers are off. Ones and twos without the threes.
I
One,
decree, from the light of God, that I call forth all things, whether animate or inanimate, within or around me, immediately deactivated from use as directional beacons by those who are not of 100% pure light or not of the sacred law of Unified One. I further command and declare that when this is accomplished, it is irrevocable and permanent. From the light of God, that I call forth that no energy, entity, or being are allowed around me at any time that are not of 100% pure light in service of the unified field of One. I command and declare this to be irrevocable and permanent. From the light of God, that be it known, I hereby cancel all contract or agreement I have made with any entity, guide, or being in this time frame, or any reality that were not in the interest of God, or that were made with beings who were not of the unified field of 100% light. I declare and command the cancellation of contracts as irrevocable and permanent in all time frames and realities here and now. I harmonize and hold this space in the name of One Self, God's Self. As witness of One, I seal this into the light of union and wholeness in service to the One Self. And so it is.
And that's how easy it is to take back control of oneself, right? That's how easy it is right there because you were in a time of not knowing about yourself, right? So you couldn't sell something or do something with something that you didn't know you had, right? If you didn't know you had a consciousness, if you didn't know God exists inside of you, whatever the case may be, there's no way that you could have sold it, passed it off, or allowed it to be corrupted, right? So if you are, corrupted by any type of entity, any type of thing that you feel like you sold yourself to, all you got to do is just declare from this point on that you don't want to serve anything outside yourself that's not aligned with the oneness of the universe, right? And voila magic, you are one step closer to taking your power back, right? But a lot of people will allow themselves to succumb or fall to these entities and tell themselves, I'm not deserving. I don't deserve to know God. I don't deserve. Oh, he's going to punish me for turning away from him. He's going to. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's waiting for you to return. He's waiting for you to be like, you know what? I don't want to serve shit outside of me no more. He's waiting for you to be like, I love myself. He's waiting for you. Her, she, he, it. I'm sorry. My bad. They, them. That's better. Yeah, they waiting for you. They. It's three of them now. It's three of them, you know, because Christ's energy came back. So now it's three of them in the universe. You got the Father, the Mother, and then Christ returned during the 13th lunar cycle. So now the birth of Christ. So the Son is now, you know, so now it's three of them. So they go by them now. Yeah, you can't just say, you know, hims and hers. It's, am I saying it? Yeah, it's a them. It's a them. It's a them thing. It's them. They all up there. Yeah. And they don't play about us truth seekers. All right. That fuck you up behind us. Okay. We manifest shit. My brain be, you know, calculating shit and doing stuff, and then it just manifests into reality. I'll fuck your life up if you know, if I manifest the wrong shit for you. That's why it's good to keep those that are searching for knowledge and wisdom, just keep them in good thought. Let them stay in good thought. Because the moment you put them in bad thought, bad shit start happening. That's why people always bring their problems to somebody like me. Because I don't never steer them wrong. I'm not somebody that's like, yo, go bash that out, go bust that window. Yeah, y'all should fight. No, I'm going to tell people the right thing. I'm going to tell people so people feel comfortable bringing their darkest secrets to you because they know you're going to get them out of it. You're the light that sees them through it. So sometimes a lot of people feel comfortable bringing me, you know, their fucked up shit. Hmm? Okay. I was going to. Yeah. I can end this real quick and come back. We got all day. It just look like it's rainy and cloudy. And no blunts anyway. There's in case you went to the store, but you don't look like
I can go to the store.
it.
Is it blunts and a frozen coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Can't go to Dunkin' without, you know.
Getting a frozen coffee.
Mm-hmm. I'm a donut person.
They close at 7. Listen, I just want to say that some of y'all know the energy of Judas. Some of y'all are the energy of Judas. Okay. But I also want to say Christ forgave Judas before he even did what he did. He said, at the stroke of 3 chickens or the stroke of 3 roosters, you will deny me 3 times, right? He forgave all of them at the table, you know, he forgave all of them. So if you say, look, I forgive you before you even do what you about to do. I know you about to do it. You know you about to do it. And I forgive you for what you about to do, even though you don't even know that you about to do it. Right? For the people that know they about to do it, I forgive you too. For the people that don't know they about to do it, I also forgive you. Right? That's how great he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. That you can literally have the ability to forgive someone before they even do what it is they about to do to you. Before somebody even fuck you over or do you wrong, you got the ability to say, you know what, I forgive you. And that's how we were. We operated over here on YouTube just like that. When the Knots started acting all weird in December, doing that weird jealousy thing, talking about, oh, they said that you better than me. What you think about that? So on and so forth. We already knew what direction he was going in. That's why if you go back and look at the text messages in the Petty Pocket in the Discord, you'll see that we told him, look, paint the picture how you want to paint the picture. Move how you want to move. Do it according to how you want to do it. We already forgave you for it because we already knew you were going to do it. Right? Same thing with Maggie. Maggie, it was nothing Maggie could do or say to us that was going to hurt, harm, or hinder us, because we already knew she was going to do what she was going to do before she did it. Why? Because we already pointed out that they all serve the same God, a money God. So when you are serving a money God, you're going to act according to how those other servants of that money God act, right? So if y'all dealing with a Frankenstein, expect Frankenstein to act like a Frankenstein, no matter what Stein it is, okay? And and that's a play on the Epsteins and the Epsteins and the, well, never mind. I think that might have won over some of y'all heads. It's okay. It's okay. But look, yeah, when the trial comes and they say, Diddy's innocent, or there's a mistrial, or wasn't able to get the proper information or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Don't be shocked, don't be surprised, don't be startled. You know what I mean? Don't act like, oh my God, so you have these rights, and these are the transit portals, right? A lot of people play on these different portals, but you have rights. These portals, they give you the right. You know what I mean? You are God's sovereign free. You are the vessel of Christ. Like, you are the vessel. We are all vessels of Christ if we allow ourselves to be, right? If we align ourselves with, God, the universe, creation, love, light, if we allow ourselves to be beacons or vessels of that light and that love, if we allow ourselves to operate with kindness and compassion, if we allow ourselves to operate with truth, we can become beacons of light. We can become Christ-like beings. That's what this is trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, that you are the vessel of Christ. You just don't know how to operate that vehicle yet. You don't know how to operate that vessel yet. So the universe sent down ascended masters to help us, right? And I can't help it that one of these ascended masters is working with me to bring you guys this knowledge, okay? I can't help it. You can't do nothing about it. And this is what it is, all right? And it's fucked up because I studied myself. I really studied myself. I looked up my name. Ralph in the name book is considered a counselor for wolves, right? So in the name book itself, Ralph says a counselor for wolves, right? And if you look up the tribe of Israel that I'm from, it will say that he's a ravaged wolf that goes out and comes back and feed the den, right? So everything that is, always was, aligns me to do exactly what I'm doing right now, going out, gathering the knowledge, and then coming back with that knowledge and feeding the people. It just so happens that the people that I gotta feed is wolves. Yeah, I said it. Y'all wolves, right? And that's why I keep getting put in these wolf sectors, right? They put me on TikTok in the same type of sector. They put me on YouTube in the same type of sector where it's y'all ready to snap at anything. It's like y'all guarding a bone. Like y'all ready to, you know what I mean? So here I am doing what I'm supposed to do, which is counseling wolves. And I'm getting snapped on. I'm getting bit. The difference between house animals is house animals are taught not to bite the hand that feed them. Wolves bite the hand that feed them, okay? And I know y'all wolves, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all keep biting the hand that's feeding y'all knowledge and wisdom. That's how I know y'all wolves. Because every little bit of knowledge and wisdom I come with, y'all bite the motherfucking hand that's feeding y'all that shit. That's how I know y'all wolves. No matter how I keep on coming with knowledge and wisdom, y'all won't tell people how much knowledge and wisdom y'all getting over here. But y'all keep biting that motherfucking hand, won't y'all? Yeah, I know.
Feel if this is guided and appropriate. May not be needed every day, however is great when you have house guests, or you have been away on a trip and need to clear the house/bedroom again. I have created a container to contain these entities and energies, and we now address them fully. All entities and spirits involved in this mind-controlled program polarity game are claimed in their God-given right. You have the right to self-determine. You have the right to your own sanity and to choose wholeness. You have the right to leave this control matrix and end this game. You have the right to choose, and you are free in God's eternal light. You have two choices: to return to God's light or to a time-space continuum or space of origin. Please choose now. God forces and our avatar self, please assist and transport any and all entities through all appropriate levels of transit as sovereign freedom consecrated to God's source with all intention now is chosen. Thank
Ultimatum
you.
like that.
Please seal and end our communication transit portal.
AI said that shit like, please choose now. Like you about to, like the ride about to move now. Like, didn't it seem like that? When she said that shit, I felt like I had to get it asked. Like, hold up, please move, please choose now. You want the red or the blue pill? Please choose now. But no, however we look at this, you know, our laws are changing, greater things is happening, you know. You have to, you know, declare to search for the God within inside yourself. Listen, the God that's inside of you, respectfully, might not be the God that's inside of me. Okay. I serve, you know, a God of unity. I serve a God of righteousness. Some of y'all serve a divisive God. And I don't have no problems with the God that you serve. But you gonna have to, you know, come up off of, you know, the God that I serve. You get what I'm saying? You know, I ain't got no problem. I don't got no problem with the God that you serve. But you're gonna have to lay up off the God that I serve. Okay? Cause all of this weird ass fight that y'all doing against, you know, the knowledge and wisdom that the God that I serve is putting back down here. Listen, I don't serve no, you know, I don't serve no God that's soft now. I don't serve a God that, you know, you know what's ruled as air. You know, love, light, and you know we got that lightning bolt back right now. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know all of Zeus kids got that lightning bolt back in their hand right now, ready to fuck some shit up. Lightning bolt of knowledge, wisdom, and truth. I hit your ass with this lightning bolt. I promise you. Huh? Amen. Huh? Fuck around and find out. You're gonna find out just who my forefathers really are. And I ain't gotta lift a finger. I ain't gotta move a muscle. I do it from right here. Y'all ain't in control of the weather no more. Y'all see that y'all can't control the weather. Y'all got weather going, y'all got storms going on over here. Y'all see what just happened to the owner of was it Uber Eats? On that boat. Y'all see what just happened? Nice ass day. Storm came out of nowhere, capsized the whole boat. 8 people down and out. Huh? You can't stop this shit. The universe is what? We got the universe is cleaning shit up out here. You can't get away from it if you want to. That's why they don't want certain people to put their minds on certain things. They keep on trying to make me put my mind on conflict instead of making, you know, instead of me putting my mind on this cleanup process. They trying to make me put my mind on conflict and stuff because they know the power of one person. See, they say that no one person should have all that power. But if we're in the time of the reset, then they got to find that one person that got all that power like they did in the previous resets, right? They always find that one person that got all that power and they, you know what I mean? So they right now, they searching for that person that's got the intention of this world and changing it and reshaping this world with pure intention. They searching for that one power, right? But see, they got to try to suppress that one power. But if I put all the knowledge out there before they get me, then y'all got the knowledge already. And then I go back and reset, because they can't take the, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no such thing as the unaliving process. All they're going to do is try to reset me again. That's it. You know what I mean? So, you know, whatever the case may be, but I got to put the knowledge back down here. I got to put the knowledge back down here. If I don't put the knowledge back down here, then it's frivolous. It's pointless. So the universe is giving us different variations of knowledge. You know, everything is coming back to who it belongs to, however you want to look at it. So the universe is giving us our tools back, our abilities back. This is where the energy of Atlas comes from, the whole title. Everything speaks volumes when it comes to the rise of the Titans and the Titans rising. This is one of the Titans that is rising, the energy of the Titan. The Titans are not people. The Titans is not some mystical creature you about to see. The Titans are energies. The Titans are forces that you don't see, right? And some of our vessels operate more on certain energies, right? So my vessel is operating on an energy that is coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. My vessel is operating on an energy that's coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. They can't stop it anymore. They can't do nothing about it. They mad as hell. And all I can say is, aha. Aha. The universe chose me. Aha. The universe is giving me all the knowledge and the wisdom to bring to the people. Aha. You ain't so chosen. You ain't that much the chosen one. Aha. Universe chose me.
You like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the facts, you switch right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you brew inside, tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well, dramatic. Is that it? Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. You're no match for me or the power of my tongue. Let me show you how it's done. I can too terrorize you for fun. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist. Can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist. A reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist. It's always your way. It's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, decline. You want what's mine. Try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You always want to start a fight. No rules, never can you lose, no clue to why you always gotta be right. Tell me why you're so uptight, if it's all for show. Gotta let shit flow, gotta let shit go. Can't dwell on it your whole life. Get back, I don't want your static. Nothing but a drama addict. Those repeated cycles. I have studied all your habits, but the way you stare at me, you savage. Try to pawn your pain on me, return to sender with that package and trash it. Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. No more dragging me through the dirt, teach you right from wrong, run you like a marathon. Once that truth turns to karma, you're done. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down.
All right, we're going to the Discord. We're going to the Discord. All over at the Discord.
A reaction is your aim. I'll just give it nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist. It's always your way. It's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, divine. You want what's mine. Try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine.
take my soul, try to switch them roles. That destiny swapping, mocking, blocking shit. It's a no-go, all that ego doesn't fit. Only care for the glam, only care for the glitz. Way too grubby, but you wanna give gifts. Indian giver on a power.